I'm outside in downtown Toledo, just across from the Imagination Station, which means I can only be in one place. It's a brand new garden at Focaccia's. I'm here with the owner, Ed. Ed, thanks for having us out. We chatted with you about the igloos, which seems like years ago at the Blarney, and now we're here at Focaccia's. You told me that this patio was going to happen, and it's everything you said it would be. How cool is this to see it sort of come to fruition?
It's exciting. I mean, as you know, we were on the patio at the Blarney, and everybody wanted to go out there. Even before COVID, people love being outside. That is something that I wanted to do here and have a beautiful patio, and not only a patio, but a garden as well. And right here in the center of the garden, of the patio, is our garden with everything that the chef and our head bartender, John, wanted. Everything in here is usable for the chef or for the bartender to use. So it's great, it really is.
And just the overall atmosphere with this kind of like a miniature version of what we see at Promenade Park with the video board down here where people can come sit and watch the mud hens and just kind of enjoy the evening.
Yeah, the one thing, we're on the campus of ProMedica. So ProMedica owns the building that I'm in. And when I sat down with ProMedica people and gave them my idea of what I wanted to do out here, I brought up the screen and they were all about it. It's a great feel, great music out here that we played during the day and night.
When did you open Focaccia's, and did you kind of have this envision when you did?
I never had a patio envision. Even when I opened Eddie B's in '96, we opened 2001 Focaccia's, and 2006 was the Blarney, and we put a patio right away, and that's where everybody went. I love going on a patio and having a drink and dinner or whatever. So the one thing we also added on the weekend is a brunch on Saturday and Sunday, and that's where the mimosa flight came, and our bartender made, I think we have about 7 that you can get a flight. If you can't choose one, get 3 of them.
Along with the expanded evening hours and weekend brunches came a new logo and new menu items from executive chef Joe Beltran and his team.
We went to New Orleans. I took the whole team about 3 months ago and just went around to all the different brunch places to get ideas, and we brought a few of those back to Toledo.
I love it. You went to, the place of, I don't want to say invented brunch, but people think New Orleans brunch like that.
We have beignets. We have beignets on the menu. We have, so stuff like that.
Yeah.
One thing I've always tried to do, and I have done, before I opened an Irish pub, I went to Ireland to do research. Before I opened up the deli, went to New York for a week and went to as many delis and wanted to know who has the best corned beef and why, and best pastrami. So I like to do that kind of stuff.
You really immerse yourself in the culture before you develop it yourself. Yeah. That's really cool. And I immersed myself in a variety of brunch favorites before catching up with Chef Joe in the kitchen for the creation of Focaccia's charcuterie board.
So we're going to start with the blank canvas.
We need food on this thing.
This is pretty much how it comes. It comes with the blank canvas. I'm going to start building from here. There's really no right or wrong, way to build. What I'm going to be building for you today is called the OG, is what we aptly named it. The original, kind of what started it all. You got some various meats, cheeses, and whatnot. So you literally just paint, kind of a paint by number, no right or wrong reason. There's a nice wedge of brie. This is kind of what you'll see on the standard one that we get. We have some that are a little more elaborate, a little more refined, very pretty depending on who does them. We try to use a lot of our stuff that we grow in the garden here. So a lot of herbs and a lot of stuff that we grow in the garden you'll see make cameo appearances once we get set up here. So again, we're just kind of placing and plugging different things, various cuts of cheeses and meats.
And we plugged in a mimosa, or 3, as I invited our mimosa mixer Cassandra Hansen to join us. What am I doing here?
That is a Heidi. That is homemade habanero simple syrup with San Pellegrino blood orange and bubbly. That's my favorite.
Yeah, it's got a bit of a kick to it.
Yeah.
Heidi?
Heidi.
The person's name?
Heidi, yeah.
I tried the rest of the flight, Well, Joe put the finishing touches on the board. Is this like a chef's dream to have a garden, you know, within walking distance of
absolutely.
your kitchen?
I'm out at the garden picking fresh herbs at least 3 times a week for garnish and purpose in the food itself, as well as just to have the smell of fresh herbs. I mean, purple basil and lavender and whatnot. This is great.
How is purple basil different than, you know, traditional green basil that we know?
Good question. It's not much different. I mean, aside from the color, I would say it's a little duller on flavor. Obviously, if you make a pesto with that, it's gonna look like it's not very good, but the quality of the taste is the same. The purple basil we'll use for decoration purposes. The green basil is actually more functional. We'll put it in a pesto. We'll kind of garnish some tomatoes, fresh parsley, the fresh green basil.
How many does this generally feed?
So this is our large board. This would feed 4 to 6. But again, we have a dinner menu that's in place. This is kind of something, if you're having mimosas and you're having drinks and you're talking with friends, to kind of just split this, have a few little bites while you're talking over drinks, checking out the scenery, walking up and down downtown. Get yourself a Dora, get yourself one of these, and have a good evening.
It's a garden at Focaccia's. It's really game-changing downtown with this new scene and people coming out here, hanging outside, and enjoying delicious food and new varieties of food here at Focaccia's. Make sure you check it out.